warm welcome, students. I hope everyone can hear me well. We'll do a basic readability check to understand if you can hear your instructor. All stations, Mumbai ground, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How do you read?
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Juliet Hotel Alpha, radio 5. How do you read?
Students, just give me your responses. Don't ask for another response. I know you can hear me 5. I'll tell you if I cannot hear you 5. A reminder on the readability scale, 5 means readability strength is 5. It's the best. We need to seek a strength value of 5. 4, doable. It's readable. 5 is perfectly readable. 4 or 5 is good. Anything below 4 or 5, we'll have to do a radio check again after fixing our devices. I'm using wireless headset for the first time in a live session, so I really want to know if you can hear me well. Anybody who cannot hear anything, do let me know, so I'll go back to using the other headsets.
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango, Sierra November, India, Radio 5.
Okay, Sahil and Shabrish, great.
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Hotel, readability check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How do you read?
Okay, students. So always with any live session, I would want you all to experience and simulate a realistic live class experience. So anything that you hear me asking any of the live students would be for everyone who's attending the session, no matter when. We are doing this so that you can study anytime, anywhere, at the comfort of your flexibility of time and place, with an experience of a live class. So I think recordings of live sessions will give you a more realistic experience. So I hope everybody will be doing a readability check, even if you're watching a recorded video, a recorded class lecture video. Students who are not acknowledging, it's fine. Okay. So keep your questions ready. You must have so many questions with respect to the final update in the change of the exam pattern, in the change of radio regulations, RTR regulations. Keep all your questions ready. You can post them on the group chat. You can post them on WhatsApp. I don't want anyone to feel that you are not sure about what is going to happen with this particular subject. Students who have already had an RT license, there's something for you also. And students who are with existing flying experience or an RT license from another country, and students from the defense background, there's something for you also. Anybody wants to ask, you can please ask.
Sir, is there anything change in the question pattern in this new type of DGCA RTR A examination?
We will be talking about it. Be on the lookout. That is exactly what we're going to talk about. Anything else, students?
And sir, one more. Is there any new rules, sir, applied on the DGCA RTR A examination? New rules coming, sir, because
Mhm.
the RTR A examination now conducted by the DGCA has given
Mhm.
any CAR, sir, any new rules. We want to know, sir.
Hmm. The nation wants to know, yes. Very good question, Sabha. On point questions. Yes, you'll get an answer to that question also. What else, students?
Good afternoon,
Uh,
sir.
Very good afternoon. Can anyone check if we can access a live stream of the video lecture on YouTube? I'm not sure how
Affirm, so
you
we can.
have been doing. Can you share the link with me?
Just a second.
Sahil is always there, ready to help. Mhm. Yeah, I think so. Shane, you were saying something. Please go on.
Sir, I'm having a question about the phraseology that as we have saw the newer pattern for the examination.
Hmm.
Uh, so for that, I want to ask one question only, that which stuff we have to follow for this syllabus. Thus, we are having same stuff in Annex 10 part 2 and our document 9432. So among those all those both of the stuff which we have to follow for the examination for the radio telephony procedure, the phraseology and all the stuff.
Can you say the question again? I missed a couple of pointers there.
Okay, I say again. Uh, as we have saw the newer pattern for the syllabus, uh, they have mentioned some of phraseology procedures over there for the radio telephony. So
Hmm.
for that part, which stuff we have to consider means we are having the same procedures in the extra given information in Annexure 10th Part 2, which is radio telephony communication. And another book is our document ICAO document 90432 as well. So if we can see the index of document 90432, it is having it's having the same stuff which is mentioned in the newer pattern of CR for the syllabus. So my question is, what we have to follow, document 90432 or annexure 10 part 2 for the phraseology?
We have to follow all mentioned documents, even if the information is repetitive. Annexes and docs, they will always have similar material in them because every annex will have a related doc. If we go back to our learning of regulations, we get to know that annexures will give us requirements that we have to maintain, and docs will give us procedures. So docs will have more detailed variants with respect to how to apply a particular requirement. So docs will have all procedures given to the last letter. Annexes will have more of regulatory knowledge and less of applicable knowledge. So both are important. More important would be the doc, but before that, information is required as per the annex. So they will go hand in hand always. You will see when we go to annex, you will find some or the other information missing, which you'll find in the doc. These are ICAO materials. Another variant for the same topic you will get, which will be issued under Indian regulatory requirement publications, where you will have CARs, and then you'll have schedules and any other notice or any other amendment or any other publication issued. So I will be giving y'all everything. I will be guiding y'all about everything. and I'll be also giving you things to read about the changes so that it becomes very easy for you to understand what you're going to do. And then you will just study and prepare accordingly. What else, students? Uh, any more questions? The questions that I have not answered right now, of course, you will get the answer in the session itself. Students on YouTube, please, y'all also post your questions. I'm not streaming it anywhere else. And let me just see who all are present today. So it is very interesting to see that the most important document issued by the most important document needed by DGCA, needed by DGCA pilots, needed by Indian pilots. The most important document could be a valid CPL. Another most important document would be a medical certificate. Another most important document, as we all know it, has always been an RT license. The RT license is just not an RT license, it is also an RT license and certificate. In WPC terms, we used to call it COP, Certificate of Proficiency, and then License to Operate. DGCA has come up with a very similar, yet a new term, which I'm going to give you. That term will be equivalent to RTR A, Radio Telephony Restricted Aeronautical. Okay? Let's just settle down, everyone. I think there are a couple of disconnections. It's fine. There's a lot of information to be taken in this session. And I don't want to go very fast. So I hope everybody's calm. Shavish, can you ask your question?
Affirm, sir. I'll ask. So, sir, how will the part one be from December session onwards? Will it be MCQ based or some other way?
Very
And
good.
the other question is, are these topics the same as we prepared for Viva in the earlier sessions or different?
You're asking about the topic, right?
Yeah. Are they the same as earlier?
Very good. All these questions will be answered more. Anything else?
I think so. That's it from me.
Good. Students, think. Anything else to ask? I had made a very personal video to share, students. Sadly, I could not live stream it, but I did record it. And I tried to edit it to share with everyone, but the system kept crashing down. I hope I can put it on today so that y'all can understand a lot of things there also. No more questions? Anything else, students? We have a couple of more minutes before I start. Actually, I
Yes.
broke one of the most important tools that we have for teaching. I'm trying to stick it, trying to find a fix. Yes, please go ahead.
Sir, sir, RTR exam are conducted in very few cities, sir. Uh, any from now, sir, any new cities, more city exam will be conducted, or only a 4 5 cities, sir.
The cities in which the exam is conducted is there on the notice. If a couple of cities are added, then we'll see. But I think already a lot of cities are there. So I'll give you a list of cities also. Make sure that we make a note of it. I'll share it in the docket that I'm going to prepare. I'm thinking instead of sharing the entire document, which everyone has a trouble reading, I'll give you a formulated one. So yes, हमें पता चल जाएगा. We'll get to know. What else, students? Any more questions? Think. Ryan, Yamuna, Neha, you have been not in touch in a long time. See if you have any questions. Gayatri, you have been in lesser amount of touch, so see if you have any questions. So Shane, Sahil, Abhay, and Shabrish, not a problem. So, what's like? So Sahil, from Daisar to Virar, attending live sessions. You are so many thousand kilometers away now. This is your first session from there. I was so happy to see excitement to attend any session. Like, एक इसको देखो ये कितना पढ़ता है और बाकी दूसरे बच्चों को देखो कितना मुश्किल है पढ़ाना.
मैं तो सर बस ऐसे ही आ गया, बढ़िया लगता है लेक्चर में बैठ के. That's why it's always a pleasure to be here.
Ah, can't believe you have learned how to fly. I mean,
even I can't believe, sir.
you know, when everybody says bad things, like if people say bad thing about this and that, sir, आप पढ़ा नहीं रहे, नहीं कर रहे या कुछ नहीं, I feel bad. I think I have failed them, but then I think of you and students like you, and I'm like, नहीं, मैं तो गलत नहीं कर रहा हूँ कुछ. Maybe I'm just running across minds that are misunderstood. But आप लोग हो जो अच्छा फील कराते हो मुझे, so thank you very much. क्या ही बोलो और मैं.
अरे सर,
एक देखो एक यहाँ पे एक बच्चा यहाँ उड़ रहा है फिर दूसरा बच्चा. But anyway, everybody has their own journey. So happy, so proud.
thank you, sir.
मुझे तो फ्लाइंग स्कूल को मतलब आई जस्ट विश कि मैं और कर पाऊँ पता है ये सब. सो स्टार्टिंग टुडे ऑनवर्ड्स होपिंग दैट स्टूडेंट्स विल गेट टू सी मोर ऑफ मी. बट आजकल चीजें सही नहीं चल रही है, बहुत खराब चल रही है. सो या थैंक्स फॉर बीइंग द वे यू आर एंड कीप इट अप. कीप इट अप. Emotions and sentiments तो बहुत है, because aviation as our passion is full of a lot of these things. The money that goes into it, it is a big deal for everyone. Okay. All right. Okay, students. And Abhay, अच्छा लगा आप भी हो यहाँ पे. कैसा फील हो रहा है आपको?
Sir, feeling very good, sir.
बहुत अच्छा पढ़ रहे हैं आप. बस मैं चाहता हूँ कि 6 महीने में हम काफी कुछ अचीव कर लें. तो यू हैव टू गो विद फुल फोर्स. ये जो आपने इतना अच्छा पोटेंशियल बना लिया है, इसको अभी हमें मॉडिफाई करना है ना. तो ज्यादा करना है. बस
Perform,
सही
sir.
जा रहे हो आप, सही जा रहे हो. आपके क्वेश्चन से इतने अच्छे लगे मुझे. बढ़िया. टॉकिंग लाइक अस, टॉकिंग लाइक मी, साहिल एंड ऑल जेन्युइन स्टूडेंट्स जिनका मुझे पता है ऑफ कोर्स. वेरी गुड. ओके, नो मोर क्वेश्चंस. किसी को कुछ पूछना है, शेयर करना है? Yeah, we all do that one point in time. अब भाई कौन बोल रहा है falling in love क्या चल रहा है? Falling in love with flying and falling in love with studies. Yes, definitely. Okay, so the modification that we are talking about. Okay, we'll just formally get started in next 4 minutes. All right, students. Mm, anything else? Gayatri, Neha, Sushain, Yamuna, Royan. We have Ayan on YouTube. Anything else, students? I know बहुत परेशान हैं हम सब, स्पेशली जिन्होंने आधी एग्जाम्स दी हैं, क्लियर नहीं कर पाए हैं या पढ़ाई नहीं पूरी हो पा रही है. Hmm, I'm sure you must be feeling अरे हो गया होता तो अच्छा होता, but it is not a. I just want to say that it's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. We just get there. We get there when we get there if we don't stop trying. Any good person in aviation will tell you the same thing. There's no pass and fail. Okay. So please don't beat yourself up. Let's be positive. Think about the next thing. Understand everything clearly, and then do things. Some adjustments happening because this is the first live session after ages. Just bear with me. This is much better, I think. All right. One bad thing happened. I broke our whiteboard pencil. So trying to fix it. And the first time I'd used an iPad, I had broken a student's pencil, and my pencil broke the same way, I think 6, 7 years afterwards. So I've got my share of karma here. I never gave him anything for repair. He actually didn't meet me also after that day. But that's where I got the idea of using iPad for the lectures. And since then, we have taught at least more than 100 lectures. It's a big deal. Not just 100. It's been a lot. It's been 200 lectures, I guess. YouTube पे तो कम है. Okay. No more questions. Let's get started. Hmm. I'm going to give you simple instructions. Most of them are going to be verbal in this session. You make a note of them. I am generating a summary of this meeting through the tools that Zoom is giving us. And those summaries are very accurate. So I'm hoping that that summary will have a lot of things which I'll send to you via email on request for now, so that we can keep a track of किसको किसको भेजना है. Because your emails are not aligned, not fed in Zoom, so I cannot automatically share with you. But yeah, I'll be developing a small PDF docket, and that I'll be sharing with you so that you can refer later on. Just trying to see if the iPad works. If it doesn't work, then we'll just go the other way. Information is simple. There's nothing to panic. I have been saying what I have been saying so far, and all that is very correct. I'm just turning off the video for a minute and turning on again, and we'll get started. Very warm welcome, students. Today we are going to learn about the new DGCA exam, how it is going to be held, what is the syllabus, what is the exam pattern, what is the difference what are the similarities between the earlier one and the new one, and how will you have to prepare. And students who have already studied RT with me, with ICATS or anywhere else, how can you use that knowledge and go for the exam in the coming session? Because nothing is going to go to waste and you can be relaxed and happy about it if you have studied in the past. So the DGCA exam is going to happen in two parts, written and practical. The written exam is to be applied on Pariksha website, similar to how we have applied for other ground papers. The written exam is going to be of 50 multiple choice questions, just like your metrology and regulation exams. Passing would be 35, that is 70. So you have to do 35 right answers minimum. Each question will carry 2 marks. The percentile should be 70 or more. The written exam applications are already closed. New applications will come along with online or on-demand flight crew examination schedules. So you'll get at least 4 to 6 attempts again to give the exam for RT, just like you give for other flight crew exams. Now, when you will apply on the Pariksha portal, the user manual should be read once for RT exams. Before you apply, you can pay the requisite fee. Then your list will come with the roll numbers. And as per that, you will go to the exam center. The list of exam centers will be given to you in the application. But how do you apply on Pariksha? You need to have registered with DGCA by applying for your computer number. Earlier, we didn't need a computer number for RT exam, but because we have to apply through Pariksha, we need a computer number. The students who don't have a computer number will start with their computer number applications. Only then we'll be able to give the exams. So we can assume you can give the exams in the next or the first session of 2026. I'll be supporting computer number applications for free for any interested students. You don't need to pay anywhere to just get guidance. You can just reach out to me and I'll guide you and we'll get it done. So once your computer number has generated, you'll be able to log in Pariksha. You will be able to apply for the exam. And when you go on the day of the exam, it will be a similar experience if you have given any AME or flight crew online computer-based examination. You'll have a similar software. You'll have to mark out of 3 or 4 options. You'll have to mark one option and confirm it. If you skip it, you can go back. If you cannot skip it, there will be a minimum time also. All those things might be the same. Mostly they will be the same. A new set of rules has been issued, which I'll be giving you in the docket. So we'll have to go through the new set of rules for RTR A. They are going to be almost the same of what we have learned so far, but just for verification, we'll go through them. Once you clear the written exam, the validity of the written exam is given as 3 years. Within those 3 years, you have to apply for your practical exam. The application of the practical exam will happen through DGCA website under your EGCA user interface. So students who have not yet logged in EGCA, start to log in. And through EGCA, you will be able to book a slot for practical exam. You will be shown available slots wherever the exams are held. And as per the choice of available slots, you can book. You will be given 3 days time, like 3 days before the exam, your practical exam schedule will be issued. So you'll have 3 days time to travel to whatever place you had chosen. For practical exam, you will get 3 attempts to give the practical exam. Even if you are absent, it will be counted as 1. If you fail, you can give the next one. Same procedure, book through EGCA. If you fail the second one, same procedure, book through EGCA. If you fail the third one, you'll have to pay fees for every time, fresh fee. If you fail the third one, you'll have to give the written exam again, and then only you can go and give the practical exam. The good thing about practical exam is that passing percentage is only 50%. Any student getting 50% or above will be cleared in the practical exam. So the written exam, MCQ based, very similar to your flight crew examinations. After clearing the written exam, you do whatever you want to do, you will get 3 years time to apply for your practical exam. So students can give their practical exams before or after. Even if you don't have any cockpit experience, you will be able to clear if you study well or if you do some simulations properly that we can do in class. And students who have had any practical cockpit experience, for you, it's going to be a piece of cake. If you have already studied RT, whatever I have taught, and that's all it's going to take. There are exemptions for part 1, that is written exam. Exemptions are given to existing RTR holders from India and existing RTR holders from Commonwealth countries and Philippines, and defense pilots who have at least 1,000 hours of experience are also exempted. They are only exempted from the written exam. They might have to give practical exam by logging in DGCA and booking a slot. So the only point of confusion would be, does a existing RTR license holder, does he or she is required to give the practical exam again? So this will be an open-ended question for this session. You'll be getting an answer to this during the course of your training, dedicated training for the DGCA exam. Now, we already have covered so much that is there in the syllabus, but I'll be giving you a list of syllabus for you to satisfy yourself, for you to understand what is it that you have to focus on, either on your revision, if you've already studied and given exams before, or as a fresh learning material that you will need, or as a fresh part of preparation. So, yeah. So these are the important pointers. There are a couple of regulatory bodies, not exactly bodies, but regulatory terms associated with this new pattern, questions on which will definitely come. Let's talk about the type of questions that we're going to get. To answer one of the questions that we had, how will phraseology be incorporated? Now, let me tell you the syllabus for part 2. The part 2 syllabus would mainly be about whatever we have done in the old pattern of part 1 examination, of the RT examination. Basically, it will be about segments of the flight, ATC procedures. Mainly, it will be about the radio telephony language, the use of the language, use of numbers, basic. Basic is the entirety of it. There's nothing more to it if you study Doc 90432 thoroughly, along with rules of the air associated with safety and flying, radio navigation aids, and procedures for air navigation. So procedures will have things like runway markings. Then also included would be meteorological reports, NOTAMs, and briefings. So we have radio regulations, we have radio technical aspect where you'll have to learn about basic terminologies on electricity, just definitions which we already had as a part of our syllabus for part 2 Viva, if you remember. Then it starts with basic radio wave theory, and it goes on for a little bit of systems, and that's it. So everything, I'm going to give you key points. I'm just giving you a brief to start with. I'm going to cover exact terms. You can make a note of it so that you have definite things. The part 1 exam, which is going to be held, the final date of confirming your application on Pariksha, because students had already applied. So it will be 5th December, 10 p.m. You have to do it before 5th December, 10 p.m. Otherwise, you'll miss out on the chance. And students holding exemptions, you can directly apply on GCA anytime as per your choice and need. And whatever fee they'll ask, will have to pay. Practical exam fee will be paid through Bharat Kosh. And this exam fee will, I think, go through Pariksha only. So students, did you understand Give me your acknowledgement, share your thoughts.
Affirm, sir. Understand, sir.
Affirm, sir. So one question I had was, like, would it be right time right now to ask the question or later?
Yeah, please.
My question is, once we clear the part one, let's say in this December attempt, the written exam, how soon can we like, do we know when the next session for part two is, the nearest session?
We will change the terms first thing. Part one will be called as written exam, and part two will be called as practical exam. Okay? Because people are going to be very rigorous with terms. Second thing, uh, you will be able to check the slots as per their availability. It might very well be within next 10 days of the day you think of checking, or it could be 40 days or 50 days, depending upon availability. But you will have a provision to book the most earliest slot available. It could be next day also. It will depend on that particular point in time and day. So if anyone is there on EGCA portal, you can check. But before you apply for practical, you will have to apply for exemption approval by filling the form on EGCA portal. So you don't get direct exemption. You will have to apply for exemption on EGCA portal. And for that, they might ask you for proof. And that proof would be your earlier RT license or whatever exemption rules are, which I'm going to give you either in the docket or in the session. So that is a very good question. One information that I had not given is coming out in this question. Yes, students, one thing about exemption from part one for existing license holders and flight experienced people from defense, it is that you'll have to apply for approval of exemption on EGCA before you can book your practical class, practical exam slot. Yes. So yeah, it will depend. It can be any day. It could be tomorrow, but you might not be able to make it tomorrow. So you will book a slot which you'll be able to make it to, but they will be readily available. That I'm sure. If they are all booked, then they'll not be available, definitely. But you will get the most closest to your desired date. Definitely, you'll get that.
So, will the part two locations be the same as the previous ones or the current one, which is for,
Exam locations.
yeah.
So exam locations will be different or the same depending upon where they are able to create a simulated experience of a cockpit situation. So it could be same or it could be different. It will only be known when we are logged into our EGCA. I think they will use the same centers, and the same centers will be asked to create such modified simulation systems that they are planning to take. It could be a simple radio telephony setup with a VHF equipment kept, a simulated VHF equipment kept for you to have a PDT. So if they can create it, then that's how it would be. It might not be a very complicated simulation, but yeah, they will require you to know how to use aircraft radio telephone apparatus. So they're using the word radio telephone now, not even telephony. So it's very easy. Uh, it is very easy. It's a small uh, box with a user panel display and two knobs, concentric knobs, pre-decimal, post-decimal values to be changed from VHF COM frequencies, and selector PTT buttons to select whether we want to talk on VHF1, VHF2, VHF3, HF1, HF2, PA, intercom, and maybe one or two more combinations of it. So if you want to talk on VHF, you press VHF, then just use the knobs. If you want to talk on HF, you press HF, then you do the knobs. That's it. So Yeah, that's another good question. I think they will give the tie-up to the same schools, or maybe new places are being set up. We'll know. We'll know when you are applying, we'll know. It could be a high-tech simulation system, or it could be a very low-tech, but I don't think it's going to be a live aircraft cockpit with respect to the latest notices issued. I was hoping it would be a live cockpit environment. So far, I don't see any confirmation for a live cockpit. So that way you will get more attempts and easier slot bookings. That's a good thing. It's not a bad thing at all. If it would have been real aircrafts, I think it would have been a little difficult to get slots easily because we don't have many aircrafts. If they are engaged in flight training, then it will be difficult to book them for RT. Are you following, students? Is this helping you understand everything?
Affirm, sir. Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Hotel.
Students, kindly acknowledge if you have any more questions on this. This is in simple terms covering almost everything that there is there about the update other than specific syllabus pointers, which I'm going to give you. Don't take it lightly. Feel free to ask anything and everything. You'll get more information.
Sir, sir, as we know, the RTR license is given by the WPCA Wireless Planning and Coordination. Sir, the exam will be taken by the DGC or license will be coming from the DGCA or the WPCA. Who will give us the license? Because, sir, because sir, we learn in the classes all the frequency spectrum approval frequency is given in India and approved by the WPCA. So, sir, license will be coming from the WPCA or DGCA will give us, sir.
From now on, the license will be issued by DGCA directly. WPC is now freed from RTR license issues for us as pilots. फिलहाल उनको फ्री कर दिया है, डीजीसीए ने पूरा अपने हाथ में ले लिया है. इसलिए परीक्षा वेबसाइट डीजीसीए की है डायरेक्ट एंड ईजीसीए भी डीजीसीए का है डायरेक्ट. बट जो रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस उन्होंने अडॉप्ट किए हैं वो डब्ल्यूपीसी, वायरलेस टेलीग्राफ एक्ट, आईटीयू के कन्वेंशन एंड ऑल सब कंबाइंड ही है. बट अब पूरा अथॉरिटी डीजीसीए ने ले लिया. एंड somewhere we all were worried that it should not go bad. So I think it is going to be better only, the whole experience. 3 years is a big time, and they're giving you direct exemption from part one. There's no such thing that so in earlier pattern, Commonwealth and Philippines, they were given exemption from part two. They only had to give part one. That was the practical exam. Part one. Even now, they have to only give part two, which is a practical exam. So in reality, nothing much has changed. In reality, nothing much has changed. A little bit of modifications here and there, and a major modification in the authority. WPC is gone. DGCA is there completely now. It's like that. Are you following, students?
Affirm, sir.
Good questions. Keep asking, students.
Sir, one more thing, sir. Sir, as we study in the classes, the ITU, International Telecommunication Union, is the main body of communication system which are followed by the ICAO states. In India, sir, WPCA is the body for the communication system. And sir, now, sir, for pilot industry, sir, it is no responsible for sir, licensing, na sir.
Say the same thing in Hindi once.
सर जैसे आईटीयू वो हेड बॉडी है पूरे ये जो कंट्रीज रहते हैं उनके लिए, और इंडिया में सर डब्ल्यूपीसीए थे अभी पहले, ये अभी नवंबर से पहले। और सर अब तो वो ये हो गए हैं, अब तो फ्री हो गए हैं। बट सर पहले तो वो ही लाइसेंस इशू करते थे। तो सर आईटीयू का बॉडी है सर वो ना डब्ल्यूपीसीए, तो वो सर अब हट गया है ना।
देखो, आईटीयू का बॉडी है ऐसे नहीं डायरेक्टली कहेंगे, बट इट फॉल्स अंडर द गाइडलाइंस ऑफ आईटीयू. इट रिपोर्ट्स बैक टू आईटीयू. मतलब how we do everything in India through DGCA, which is an authority decided by Ministry of Civil Aviation, Government of India, authority to deal with all our matters. Now that Ministry of Civil Aviation under Government of India is somewhere under the guidelines of International Civil Aviation Organization, because we are a member state. So similarly, India being a member state of ITU is what we could consider, but they are not a body of each other. WPC is a body of Ministry of Communications, Government of India. करेक्ट वर्ड्स बता रहा हूँ, ठीक है? तो WPC अभी भी बॉडी है उस चीज की. WPC सिर्फ RTR A लाइसेंस इश्यू नहीं करेगा अभी. सिर्फ RTR से WPC की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी गई है. बाकी मोबाइल फोन्स, वॉकी टॉकीज, laptops, any device that will be able to communicate wirelessly has to be approved by WPC before it gets imported or manufactured in India. So WPC has its role overall there. Only RTR exam conduct is not given to WPC, it is given to DGCA. Only RTR license issue and reissue is taken from WPC and given to DGCA. Rest WPC is still a part of ITU the way it was with respect to guidelines, with respect to rules and regulations. WPC's parent organization is Ministry of Communications, Government of India, if we have to say that it has a parent organization. Following? A very thin difference, but this difference is major if we say something else. So WPC सिर्फ RTR से दूर हुआ है, बट जो वो कर रहे थे आज तक वो सही था, कुछ गलत नहीं था. एंड जो अभी हो रहा है वो भी सेम ही चीज है, कुछ गलत नहीं है. बस आधे पायलट्स को अवेयरनेस नहीं थी WPC की, उनको दिक्कत हो रही थी, उनके लिए ये किया गया है. जिनको दिक्कत हो रही थी उनके लिए नहीं किया गया है. सिंपल है. बट उनको भी ये करना पड़ेगा अभी. समझ रहे हो आप? नहीं तो सिस्टम अच्छा ही चल रहा था. नाउ इट्स गुड, इट्स गुड. व्हाट एल्स स्टूडेंट्स, कम ऑन, एनीथिंग एल्स? Okay, the pencil is not working. All right, students. So officially, I'm planning. Um, Officially, I'm planning to develop a module as an addition to our existing course material, a combination of which will make you exam ready for the DGCA examination. The students who have already studied the whole course we have given you, you just have to revise that. and whatever little new things or new terms that we have with respect to regulations, um, I'm planning a module on it. And if the module for some reason is not going to be delivered in time, then at least you will get the module in a written document so that you can read and prepare. Irrespective, I'm going to give you a few key points. Please make a note of it. Okay. The name of the license would be radio telephone operator, restricted in bracket. So radio telephone operator restricted, certificate and license. Radio telephone operator restricted, certificate and license. It is actually the name under which the new rules are issued, and the name would be overall Radio Telephone Operator Restricted Certificate and License Rules of 2025. So just like we have rules of the air, we have new rules. Radio Telephone Operator Restricted License, Restricted Certificate and License. RTO RCL. This is the name of the rules. Okay. These rules are going to stipulate all directions relating to the exam, issue and extension of the radio telephone operated restricted certificate and license. RTR A ही है ये, but technical term ये है, radio telephone operator restricted certificate and license. And this is to be given to all personnel who are engaged in the operation of radio, telephone, or telegraph for operation and maintenance of an aircraft or associated equipment. So AMEs are also falling under the same category. AMEs will also need this. Are you following, students?
Confirm, sir. Following Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Hotel.
Write down another important term. DGCA CAR Series G Part 6. It is issued under Rule 18 of these rules, of the RTORCL rules 2025. We need to come up with a shorter name. So during the course of these sessions, we'll come up with our own abbreviation to refer to this term. So Rule 18 is under which this CR is issued, under which we have all information. This could be very well the first important question for you to learn in the written exam, for the written exam. Name of the rules and the rule under which this important CR is issued. Okay. And it is issued for people or individuals engaged in operation and maintenance of aircraft and related or associated equipment. Write down another important point. The meaning of the term or abbreviation RTR, Romeo Tango Romeo. RTR would mean Radio Telephone Operator Restricted. Radio Telephone Operator Restricted, restricted in bracket. So first we used to say radio telephony restricted or radio telephone restricted. Now we have radio telephone operator restricted. So RTR means radio telephone operator restricted and not radio telephony restricted. बोलेंगे RTR but उसका मतलब होगा radio telephony operator restricted. But remember this difference. I can see a lot of MCQs. If I think from the perspective of a moderator of the question paper, I get this. Okay. Write down another information. Convention of International Telecommunication Union, Geneva 1992. Convention of International Telecommunications Union, Geneva 1992. This particular convention will be referred as International Telecommunications Convention for us. So for RT rules, this is the first convention that had happened. Is what the new syllabus is wanting us to learn. Next term would be radio regulations. Now it's a new term. We have studied it, students, don't worry. The term is radio regulations. And it means regulations adopted by World Radio Communication Conference, Geneva 1995. Radio regulations, it will mean regulations provided by World Radio Communication Conference, WRC. World Radio Communication is one word, radio communication, Geneva, World Radio Communication Conference, Geneva 1995. Okay, do you want to read back on any of these organizations or terms? These are the new things. If you don't pick them up, you will not be able to mark them in the exam.
Affirm, sir. I need a read back.
We'll finish the session in 15 minutes. I hope students, you have time. Yeah, and don't think anything is abstract because everything is very important. I've just tried to keep it very simple, but it is all very important. Sorry, I don't have a whiteboard today. So yeah, now write something about the exam quickly. Exam will have two parts. A, written examination. B, practical examination. Now write down, we have to pass both examinations for issue of RTR certificate and license. Now we shorten the term to RTR certificate and license, but RTR means radio telephone operator restricted. Remember, okay? So RTR certificate and license. RTR certificate and license. RTR certificate and license. Now we have shortened it. The first provision would be to get computer number from Central Examination Organization issued by DGCA. This is as per CAR Section 7 Series B Part 1. CAR Section 7 Series B Part 1. ये मैं आपको शॉर्ट में दे रहा हूँ, ये बाय हार्ट कर लेना, ये रिटन एग्जाम में आ सकते हैं आप लोगों को. So how to obtain computer number for RT exam and from whom? CEO, DGCA, as per CR Section 7 Series B. याद करो Section 7 क्या है? Section 7 is all about training.
Sir, flight crew standard training and licensing is the CAR Section 7, sir.
Very good. Okay. Very good. For anything to do with written exam, we have to check our user manual for RT certificate on pariksha.com. Anything to do with practical exam, we check EGCA. Remember the difference. Okay. Let's talk about exemption. Exemption is based on sub-rule 4 of rule 8 of RTR Certificate and License Rules 2025. Sub-rule 4, rule 8. I'm just helping you all with important information that you can by heart for now because I've explained you things in general. So you're allowed to by heart now for the sake of your examinations, okay? You have to by heart remember these names because they can very well be a part of your written exam. Now I'm going to quickly tell you the exemptions are given to whom. Any qualified defense pilot. When I say defense, understand these four people, four organizations: Air Force, Indian Navy, Indian Army, Indian Coast Guard. Any qualified pilot from all these four defense organizations who has 1,000 hours of flying experience and can prove that he or she will be exempted from written examination. Okay, any defense pilot, a qualified defense pilot, qualified is the word, with 1,000 hours of flying experience. Second exemption will be given to any person who's holding a valid RTR A restricted license by Indian Wireless Telegraphy Commercial Radio Operator. Basically, any WPC license issued, if it is valid, that person will be exempted from written examination. Which rule number of the new rules ensures that exemption is given to existing WPC licenses? Rule number 20 of the RTR A Certificate and License Rules 2025. So exemption is given by Rule 20 of these new rules. And our original RT license was issued, the term WPC will not be used. It will be issued Indian Wireless Telegraphy Rules 1954. 1954, Indian Wireless Telegraphy. These are the keywords, basically. I'm trying to shorten it for now. Last exemption. Okay. Last exemption. So one is for defense, one is for existing RT. The last, a third exemption is given to people who are having an FRTOL or its equivalent issued by Commonwealth or Philippines. Any RT license starting from FRTOL issued by Commonwealth nations or Philippines will be given exemption from written exam. Okay. Anyone who is not exempted will have to give written exam and practical exam for the issue of this particular license and certificate. Okay. Now, if we are under exemption, Sahil must be under exemption. Anyone who has a license must be under exemption. Anyone who is under exemption, we will be required to apply for grant of exemption from written examination through EGCA portal. We'll have to apply for grant of exemption. Remember, ये step नहीं करेंगे तो book नहीं कर पाएंगे हम. So anybody who has a license already or who is exempted will have to apply for this grant of exemption from written exam through our EGCA portal. Once we have successfully been granted, it will be a manual grant, just like it can be rejected or accepted. If it's rejected, they'll give you reasons. They might ask for more proof. They just cannot lie. If they accept, if you fall under these three criteria, if they verify and clear, they'll give you the grant. Based on the grant, we'll be able to apply for the practical exams for which the process will be mentioned on EGCA portal, paragraph 7. Paragraph 7. One more thing.
So can you repeat it?
How to apply for practical exam after exemption is given. That information you will get in paragraph 7 on the EGCA portal. After exemption, how to apply for practical exam. Paragraph 7, EGCA portal. Exemptions will have a validity, and the validity of exemptions is 3 years. If you apply for exemption, you will still get 3 years time to apply for practical exam. You don't just have to apply tomorrow. So validity of exemption is 3 years, validity of written exam is 3 years, and practical exam you'll get 3 chances. So let's say you have an exemption and you give 3 attempts for practical exam but don't clear, then your exemption, either you'll have to apply for exemption again, or you might have to give written exam again.
Sir, a doubt.
Yes.
Sir, so those who have the WPC RTR license, so when they apply for exemption and the validity of exemption is 3 years, could they use the license for, could they operate the RT equipment? No.
You will only be able to operate the RT equipment if you get this certificate and license, and the only way you will get the certificate and license if you've cleared both parts of the examination. Are you following?
Affirm, sir.
Good questions. Okay, any more questions? Okay. So tomorrow, I'm planning another session, same time. And tomorrow, I'll start talking about the tomorrow or next session. Definitely, we have planned it tomorrow, same time, same way you have to come. I just want to start delivering the class at sharp time. So पहले से ही हम सेशन ऑन रखेंगे ताकि आप लोग आगे सेटल हो पाओ. एंड जो भी है मिस मत करना. From tomorrow, we'll start with explaining the procedure for RTR certificate and license written examination. We'll talk about the syllabus, and based on that, I think we'll start with our module of training. Okay. Students who have not completed your lectures from our core course of RT, please start doing it because we have covered everything there. Nothing is invalid, nothing has expired. So revise, study, and be prepared. And you will get more understanding about the syllabus in the next session. When I say tomorrow, this is just to simulate a live experience. If the videos are available, lectures are available, then you don't have to study it tomorrow. You can study it after a short break, ending the session also. So in the next session is what I'm going to use so that you can do the next session after a couple of hours also, maybe tonight, maybe after 5 minutes, if the session is ready, which is going to be ready for everyone else who's going to go through recorded lectures. Sahil, please tell me, what do you have in mind?
Sir, so in my case, I will have to appear for the practical examination before submitting the application for conversion.
So far, it seems like it, but like I said, we'll keep it an open-ended question for now. And I'll give you more insights as we go ahead. Right now, let's focus on practical written examination. So this session is mainly guided for everyone to get started with the first part, which is written examination. But there will be a point where we will have the proper session for practical aspect also. Maybe next or next, there we'll answer these questions. So hold on to that thought until then. Yeah. Until then, you can say that you might have to give the practical exam. 60% you might, 40% you might not, if you have to feel that. So probability is high. So you can start
Yeah.
revising and being ready. But why do you need to if you're already a flying pilot? I don't think so.
Yeah.
You're fit. For you, you just have to pay the fee, go there, give, and just get additional certification. Nothing else.
Okay.
If it happens, so we'll know in couple of sessions. There is a reason
Okay,
I'm not
thank you.
saying this right now, or we need to just mainly ensure that we understand what the upcoming exam is going to be all about. So I'll make sure you're keeping it parked, and yeah, we are going to
Yes,
get
sir.
that information. I'll give that in due time. But I think
Okay,
you
sir.
got the
Thank you so
hint
much.
already. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Mhm. What else, students? Anything else on your mind? You want to share something? Discuss something? Facing troubles? Lack of motivation? Willing to start flying? Can't do CPL? Want to do PPL? Anything and everything, feel free to reach out. And yeah, that's it. Tomorrow, please connect with me, same time, same place. And next session, students, make sure you study in time. And let's do this. Please follow instructions given to you. And please follow instructions given to you. पता नहीं क्यों आजकल लोग भरोसा नहीं कर रहे हैं. कर लो, आपका ही फायदा होगा. Because why would I say something that is not there? है ना? Any more questions? Drop them, keep them ready. You can reach me out on WhatsApp, which is our point of contact. Anything is fine. Just let me know. And if you want to join the core course, if you want to restart your core course, let me know. I'll share the material and instructions with you. If you want to revisit a few lectures, let me know. Nothing is invalid, nothing is uh, expired. So you study, everything is ready. And I'll be there to help you with live sessions also. So a combination of both is going to do wonders for you. Remember, knowledge is your biggest asset to get recruited by an airline, and the same knowledge, along with performance as a pilot, is going to be the greatest asset to grow in that airline. Students who have been the best students, they have had to wait 5 to 6 years, trying hard, being there for the first vacancy, being there for the first job, being there for the first opportunity to teach as a ground instructor. They are getting jobs first. And it is taking them this much of time, and still they are the fastest to bag a job in some scenarios. And I can think of so many students who had just once started, like, we have to become a pilot, we'll get there. Starting with RTA exams, starting with ground papers, starting with losing money in wrong schools, and then learning through us or through by themselves. They all are flying now. Finally got a job. People are reaching out to them. वो लोग साइड का पैसा तो ऐसे निकाल लेते हैं लोगों को गाइड करके, because people will trust a flying pilot more. But the struggle is too much. People have had to sell their properties because the planning was not right, because they have to keep refreshing, revising, repaying to keep themselves current. It's a big thing. Once you are in, you're all in. So the best thing is to plan, to gain knowledge, because gaining knowledge will save you time, will save you exam money, and will keep you on the forefront of selection so that you don't get rejected. Your ground study phase is the only phase where you can develop that knowledge to last for a lifetime. So don't miss out on this opportunity, students. Don't take it lightly. Just study. And if you have a good instructor, believe in the instructions, do your part, and you will forever be happy that you did it for your families, for yourself. Right? So please do it and fly. Signing off for now. I'll see you in the next class, students. Feel free to reach out. God bless you, everyone, and take care.